So India's a
Okay.
country that constantly produces batsmen. Shubman Gill's made a place for himself in the Indian team
Okay.
ahead of all these other extremely talented batsmen that India constantly
Okay.
produces.
I am from the generation of Sunil Gavaskar.
Shubman is showing the potential to enter that same club eventually. It's too early, and there's too many factors that can go right and wrong in sports, but he's showing the potential to be India's next batting superstar. I look at this spiritually as well. I think of what someone like Shubman Gill was in his past life,
Hmm.
to have seen the kind of tough childhood that he saw in order to make him mentally ready to practice that hard. And I would go as far as saying to even give him those genetics of being that height, that kind of body shape. It was always in Shubman Gill's destiny to become this version of Shubman Gill, at least
Right.
till this point. What has that soul's past life been?
Hmm.
Did it truly want fame? Did it truly want success in sport? Why does God create those journeys for these special famous souls?
Right. See, uh, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri, Edamana Madapuman, Nairvati Abidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gochar. So Kunti Maharani, the mother of Arjuna, she says that if someone is born with four things, these four are symptoms that is born with very high degree of piety from the past life. Just like if someone drives in driving a Porsche, so you know that he has to be of a certain economic bracket. The lifestyle is a symptom of what he may have. So you may not know his net worth, but by the symptoms of where he checks in, which hotel, what car he drives, what class in flight he takes, you have some idea. Like that, we may not be able to dissect a person's last life's karma, but there are symptoms in this life by which we can know. It says Janma is a very comfortable birth, or a very affluent family, or a place where you get connections very easily. Aishwarya, which is prosperity. And Aishwarya is of different types: strength, fame, knowledge, renunciation. These are all Aishwaryas. Shruta, which is knowledge. If someone is very exceptionally talented in knowledge. And Shri, which is very rich or very famous. All of this can only come when there is a previous pious karma. So, therefore, all of us are, bringing with us a past lives capital of karmic reactions. But the Gita says that whatever may have been from the past, you have the opportunity to change your future by making the right decisions in the present.
There is a saying in the Gita which is related to your abilities, right? Like all abilities are given by the Lord. What is the
Yes.
saying?
So, Krishna in the uh, Bhagavad Gita, he explains that in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, that Paurusham Nrishu. Paurusham Nrishu means amongst men, I am the ability in men. So, in the 10th chapter, Krishna is giving a list of different powerful, stunning, mind boggling, earth shattering phenomena which you see. So Krishna says, Yat Yat Vibhuti Mat Sattvam, just like he says, when you see a shark, the power of that shark should remind you of me. When you see the sun, the heat and the light of the sun should remind you of me. I am that. The cooling, mystical moonshine is me. So, like that, he gives a whole list of, examples in the 10th chapter. And it's known as Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti means mystic power. So mystic means you cannot logically process how this is happening. And when you see some stunningly talented people, or the meteoric rise some people have, it appears mystic. How can this happen? Doesn't make sense. It can't happen. So Krishna says, Yat Yat Vibhuti Mat Sattvam. Wherever you see something powerful, something exceptional, rather than becoming envious, Yat Yat Vibhuti Mat Sattvam Shrimat Urjitam Evava. Something prosperous or powerful. Don't be envious. Tattat evava gacchottam mama tejomsha sambhava. See that these are nothing but my reflections. It is my power being reflected in a small thing. So that way, rather than becoming envious or competitive, we can actually become respectful to the fact that, oh, this person's talent is nothing but a reflection of Krishna's, the Supreme Lord's unlimited talent and bhaga or opulence.
Because this particular highlight clip will be called discussing Shubman Gill's past life, I have to ask you a little bit about the process of rebirth. And I know that now we're using Shubman Gill for some reason as the example. That man's soul in the last birth, would it have wanted sporting success in this birth, along with a lot of positive karmas, along with probably some sort of athletic ability which he has carried into this birth as well? Is that how the process of rebirth works?
There are two elements. One is desire and second is deserve. So unless there is a combination of desire and deserve, as I said, the jiva, the soul desires, the Ishwar checks whether the person has earned his desire to fulfill. So only when there is deserve, which combines with desire, then there is the proper discrimination in terms of what should be the output and the result.
Yeah.
So therefore, just hard work has its particular place. But if only hard work was sufficient, then anybody would have worked hard and got what they wanted. So that's why the laws of karma, Krishna says, is very mystical. Yes, on one hand is desire, but on the other side, you have to have some capital of those credits and karma. And when Krishna gives the sanction, then only it manifests. So in response to your question, yes, based on the desire, one is born in a certain situation, combined with carrying all those karmic past, and both ignite at a certain moment to create a certain kind of future. So therefore, Dhritarashtra, for an example, was in the 100 lifetimes before a hunter who killed and destroyed 100 eggs of a bird. But it took him several lifetimes before he could become Dhritarashtra, because you need to have sufficient piety to be able to have so many children. But the purpose behind those sons was ultimately Dhritarashtra would have to go through the pain and trauma of losing as a reaction for that. So therefore Krishna says at the very beginning a disclaimer that the laws of karma are gahana karmano gati. Very, very difficult and intricate to understand. We cannot approach it in a very simple cause and effect manner. Even if you use the 100% systems thinking approach, still also you cannot pinpoint what exactly would be the exact reason.